Pickaxe.
Join us at patreon.com/castparty for a whole plethora of exclusive goodies. 5-day early access to every Cast Party episode, including Nocturne, ad-free episodes, behind-the-scenes info, exclusive bonus monthly one-shots, access to our community Discord, where our community plays D&D games together, has game nights, and hosts so much more, all for less than the price of a single cup of coffee per month. Aren't convinced? Try out a free trial. 7 days free to check out the content that we offer only exclusively on our Patreon. Patreon.com/castparty. Support your favorite D&D podcast, all while getting some awesome perks. Patreon.com/castparty. See you there, casting crew.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I'll be your director for today. I'm joined by Ryan McManus.
Hi, Ryan McManus playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the jewel of debauchery.
Anna Brisbane.
Lenore DeVere, Chaos Fairy, excited to push all the buttons.
Nigel Deacon.
Hi, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the leper and loner striving for companionship and control.
Vince Perino.
Hello, Vince Perino, playing Tevin, the big baby robot.
Raquel Skellington.
Hi, everybody. I'm Raquel Skellington. I play Poppy, the angry, tender-hearted giant.
And Luis Carrazzo.
Hello, I'm Luis Carrazzo, and I play Santos, the, I guess, also sometimes angry Glavinator.
Everyone's a little bit angry. Let's talk about why. Because last time you entered into Carmina's office as she offered you all some tea. While making some, she talked about how if you don't give tea the attention it needs, it can turn on you, then likened tea to Santos. Carmina questioned you all about your involvement with Darian, why you all broke into his home, where he was, and eventually tried to get more information on Desmond and these potential kidnappings. When asking about Thorne's death, she didn't believe Tevin saying that Desmond shot him. She cast a zone of truth as you all continued to plead your case. Carmina pressed on with questions, asking about what to do with lawbreakers, brought up moral compasses, that each person's is different, so laws are necessary, because there are Desmonds and Darians out in the world following their own swayed compasses. Carmina brought up the issue with letting you go, that the people of Twin Rivers' perception mattered greatly. With the death of Thorne, they will feel unsafe knowing that you are all within the city. You pitched yourselves as a task force to carry out deeds without being beholden to the laws, but in the end, Carmina decided that exile was the only fitting punishment. She believed you all to be strong enough to survive outside the walls, and the people of Twin Rivers would see it as a death sentence for you all. Lenore did her best to persuade Carmina that exile not be forever, just until people forget. She agreed and allowed Lenore to feed the fishes before she handed out 6 stone rings made from Ilos's orbital, bits of the moon itself. She told you they may help you with your memory problems, and that allies give each other gifts even when being forced to carry out punishments. You all left the office, paprika in pocket, back to the porch of Wraithwood. Poppy immediately blew up at the rest of you, screaming that this was what she was trying to avoid and that you all caused her to lose everything. Santos matched her energy right back, angrily telling her she can't put those decisions on them and that that isn't fair. Overall, the group of you comforted Poppy through various emotions before you all left to go to your various corners of Twin Rivers to grab your things. Tevin accompanied Santos, who left a note for Linnea. Bjorg left his cart behind, while Lenore and Jackal poked fun at it and the name on the side. And Poppy got a much-needed hug from Pop as she said her goodbyes in darkness. You met up with Mel, jumped in the cart, and watched Twin Rivers pass by before making it past the gate, just as the rain started to pick up. Now the coach continues in the darkness of evening as you make your way further away from the city walls. Bumps up and down as it hits pits in the road made from previous caravans. It's mostly a quiet journey, save for the rain that has bursts of heavy rainfall, followed by more consistent drizzling that hits the roof. You travel in this relative silence for some time. Hard to tell exactly how long you're traveling, but it had to be at least an hour or so. You feel the cart start to slow to a stop. Mel takes a moment and looks around before jumping up to grab the door. And so the scene is set The question is, you aren't afraid to get wet, are you? Jackal knows a nearby campsite. You'll recognize it, Jack. I don't know how much it'll keep you from the rain, but it's a good place to start. Let me grab your stuff from the back. Opens the cart door, leaves you all inside a moment, and you can hear him out back, opening up the trunk and starting to grab any stuff that you guys did leave. And then he also has those boxes with the spices and the healing potions.
And we got 6 potions. 1 each?
Sure, I'll take one.
That seems fair.
I start handing out potions to 1 each of us.
I believe this is not needed for me. Thank you, though.
You get hurt just like the rest of us. You drink it and your wounds get fixed somehow.
If I remember correctly, I am unable to consume like the rest of you.
But you got a mouth. Maybe we should test it.
It might still have some effect. It goes into your little liquid slots. I don't know.
Ew.
I appreciate you bringing us out here, Mel. I'm glad that it was you over pretty much anyone else. You take care of us.
Always. Gonna miss our hangouts, Jack, so do good.
You guys ready?
I suppose so.
She didn't give us an umbrella.
Didn't know it rained this much in Agaria, to be honest.
I'm going to unfurl my wings and just kind of like use them as an umbrella in a way, have them sort of curve over and up over our heads.
Ooh.
I flutter under the wings.
Just gonna put a hand over Jackal.
Poppy just gets wet.
As you all grab the things that Mel gave you, he says his final goodbyes, jumps in the cart. It starts to turn around and head back towards Twin Rivers. And Jack, around you, very much rainy forest vibes, and it's dark because it's late at night, but you do recognize where you are. It's a fork in the road that you have taken so many times. Sometimes you stop here. Other times when you're trying to look further out, you take either the left or the right pathway. But you do know that one time that you guys got stuck here as the cart was being broken down, you guys made camp at a nearby campsite, just another minute walk down the right pathway.
Perfect. I'll lead the way.
You very quickly are able to come into this campsite, and you see it's largely as you remember it. Makeshift fire pit, grass and brush mostly cleared out of the way. Decent overhead canopy that stops some of the rain, but most of the dirt here is soaked in water. As you're looking around, you see that making camp here for the night would likely be somewhat difficult to make comfortable. You do remember, Jackal, that somewhere nearby you found a cave last time you were out here hunting.
I know where we are, roughly. This is the campsite. Obviously, this kind of sucks. You guys can hang out here for a moment and get dry. I think I know where a drier place is. I just have to find it. I don't want to lead you astray if I can't find it.
What if you get lost?
I've got tracking ways of finding my way back.
What if you get murdered?
I have less ways of dealing with that, but I try to prevent it as best I can.
Perhaps one of us joins you to make sure that things go smoothly?
I guess it's not a bad idea. It's not like we're really in a rush except to get dry.
All right, well, I'll go.
All right. Sooner we can find that cave, the better.
All right. Start to follow you into the woods.
Roll me survival as you try to retrace your steps.
After they leave off into the tree line, I'm going to take Corvus out like a paper airplane and shuck him into the sky. He's just going to hover slowly, like halfway point between us and them in the sky. Kind of like a North Star. They can find their way back.
With both Corvus and Santos coming along with you, Jack, I'm going to have you roll with advantage.
That was a 19.
Your mind's piecing together landmarks that you remember. A fallen tree to your right jogs your memory as you remember pushing forward, and you're leading Santos. And moving through this wet forest floor proves to be difficult at times, sometimes slippery. But Jack, you're able to keep your bearings. After probably a couple dozen minutes or so, you spot the dark mouth of a cave up ahead as it gets a little bit more hilly in this area. water streams off the lip, but the interior from here looks dry and safe.
While walking, I would have just been marking trees with X's with my knife. There it is. All right.
Okay. Should we head back and get the others, or do you want to go ahead and scope it out?
It's not a bad idea to just double check, make sure it's all good. Kind of dry ourselves off, I guess, if we want.
You're a lot sneakier than I am. I'm going to go up a little bit just in case you get in trouble. I can help you out, but I think you should maybe go ahead if we're going to assess things quietly. And I put my hand on your shoulder, and I'm going to cast guidance on you. Get emboldened with this, keener focus.
Good thinking. And I will crouch into a bush, hopefully very stealthily.
Roll me stealth.
17?
Plus a d4, if you choose to use it.
Yeah, why not? 19.
You're able to head into the cave. Inside, immediately dry, which is wonderful. There's no wetness even coming from the mouth of the cave entrance. You find old signs of use, a small area where it was obviously a fire was here at some point. It's a little bit smaller than you remember, but it's well protected from the storm. It's cramped, but you do not find any animals in here. You do not find any people or anything.
I will emerge from the cave and approach Santos fully visible. Looks good. So let's go get the rest of them and have a dry place for the night.
After you.
Well, I got you. How are you doing? That was we've had kind of an intense day.
I don't know. I'm just trying to move forward. Got other things to think about, like how we're going to make it through however long it is that we're going to be out here. How about you?
I think I'm probably doing the best out of the whole group. We got one person that has just lost a brother, kind of. One leaving their grandfather, presumably. I don't know, Lenore's probably fine. York also, he lost his cart. I don't know what kind of sentimental value that holds, but you know he named himself after that cart?
He did what?
Yeah, he told us he woke up in an alley, saw the cart, and was like, that must be my name.
Huh. Wow. It's a good thing he didn't see a donkey first.
He seems very impressionable. This whole thing, everything out here this is what I'm used to, so I'm doing okay.
I just think everybody needs a good night's sleep, and then we'll see how that resets things.
We're gonna get through this, whatever happens. You know, if you need anything that I can do for you, just let me know.
Thank you. Same to you.
We head back.
What's the vibes of the old campsite after Jack and Santos are gone?
Hey, who's got that lockbox?
Poppy's standing, soaking wet in the rain, her navy hair looking almost black with how soaked it is. She looks at Lenore and goes, I got it. It's in my bag.
Wanna look at it?
You want to do this while it's raining?
What if there's papers?
That was going to be my point.
Well, I don't know what's in it. I'm bored.
Same.
Poppy meditates.
Have you ever shot a gun before, Lenore?
No?
You want to do some target practice? You stole a couple, might as well try them out.
Okay. Yeah, give me one of the guns that I stole.
All right, hold up. I'll pull out Tough Luck. Tevin, you can give us some pointers too. You've guns. And then I'll bring out the chest, which Tevin is very familiar with because this was from his basement. Crack it open, I'll give her one of the revolvers. You flick the thing out, and then there's 6 shots. So you can't miss. That's the problem. There's only 6. You have to make sure you hit them. And then if you load them up with bullets, you give it a little spin and a whew. And there you go. This is kind of like a third of your size.
I super hated guns on Earth, but here is pretty exciting.
Why didn't you like guns?
Well, I worked at a school. Yeah.
Oh.
What should I shoot? Anyone got some cans?
There's some apples in the tree over there. It's more of an aerial target, but...
Okay, I flick the thing out.
If I may give you a pointer, you want to aim this end, he points at the tip of it, at what you are going to shoot.
Okay, pointing at the apple. And I close my eyes and I shoot.
Straight up dexterity? Are you actually closing your eyes or for flavor?
Yeah, I'm closing my eyes.
We'll do it with disadvantage.
8.
You miss the apple, but you definitely hit the branch that it was on.
I hit the tree!
Okay, not bad for your first shot. Let's try with eyes open next time.
I close my eyes and I shoot again.
I feel like hearing the gunshot would make me and Santos
start running.
Sprint.
Yeah.
Okay. 17.
It's a beautiful shot, colliding directly with the center of the apple. You even see it not quite split in two, but split into a bunch of pieces and shatter.
I look around. I got it!
Yes, I don't want to chalk that up to beginner's luck, but I don't know how you did it with your eyes closed, but I'll give it to you.
That was beautifully done.
Well, I aimed first and then I closed my eyes.
Well, don't do that when something's trying to kill you. For now, it's okay.
But it's so loud.
Poppy opens her eye, like one eye open while the other one's like closed, and is like,
Sorry. Little loud, I suppose. I thought the rain might dampen it.
Dampen.
A few moments later, Jackal and Santos come running/flying into the campsite.
Hey, guys.
I think I'd land and I draw my glaive and I'm looking around all panicked.
Whoa,
Chill.
What's going on? Is everyone okay? What's happening?
Why were the gunshots?
You guys find the camp?
We were self-defense practice.
I shot an apple.
Oh,
Why would you use a gun in the middle of the night?
Because I was bored.
Who's gonna see the bullet, Jack? It's nighttime.
Was the idea to attract every creature or thing out there?
all the more reason to get moving to the cave that we found so that if anything is trying to find the source of the sound, they don't find us.
You found the cave?
We did. It's not far.
Thank God. Okay, I'm gonna hike my suit jacket like up over my head. Finally, let's get out of the rain then, please.
Yes, please.
I'm afraid Devin might rust if we stay here much longer.
We'll start leading the crew to the cave.
Even easier this time, following the X's, you're able to get everybody to the cave, and inside it's pretty dark, especially without the moonlight coming in as much, but the rain stays outside.
How far does this cave continue?
Not very. 25 foot deep, but at some portions it's very thin.
I'm going to cast light on my glaive, and I'm going to tuck it under my cloak, at least the blade of it, so I can control how much light is shining. And I'm going to just sort of secure the perimeter, get a good look of the cave walls and stuff.
While he scopes out the inside, I will endure the rain just a little bit longer, but not as much. I'm just going to spend the next, hour to ritual cast alarm. So be always blaring buzzer just on the front of the cave. I have 2 spokes. They're a little shoddy from the last time from the heist because I wasn't able to grab the other ones. So these are kind of just prototypes that I have to spend a little more time tinkering on and getting things right as I then string the silver wire across. But any future talks I will be doing from the mouth of the cave.
And I'll start building a fire.
Can we open the box?
All right. I reach for the keys that I have, and I'll toss them over to Lenore.
I toss them to Poppy.
Poppy, she's was so wet. Normally would have caught it perfectly, but they slipped through her fingers and clanked to the floor. Kneels down and takes the box out of her bag, puts the key into the box.
Jackal is finding the driest wood outside he can. Probably has some fire starter in his bag. While he's starting to build that, Poppy, you go and you start to open the lockbox. Right on top is a gnarled book. A lot of the pages are coming out of the sides. There's some stuff tucked into it.
Is that the only thing that's in there, or is there more underneath?
As you take it out to look underneath, and it's filled with gold.
Oh.
You see 600 gold right as you open the box.
Does it like glow? Is there like a yellow glow? Like a treasure chest?
Right at this moment, Jackal strikes, and there's just a big spark. And just as you open it, your face illuminates.
Whoa. Well, I think we actually might have hit the jackpot.
Jackpot?
What is it?
Did you say Jack?
Poppy just like kind of holds up the box with the coins inside, like at a tilt, so you guys could see the money inside the box. It's this, and she puts down the box and then lifts up the book and this.
I don't give a fuck about the book. Give me some of the gold, please.
Hang on, we can be smart about this. Wait a second, and Poppy opens the book.
As you open the book, you quickly realize that it is a ledger full of transactions. And the more you read, you realize that they're bets. It says how much money was put down, the odds of winning. Each bet was placed onto names. And it looks like Thorin typically won money when betting on the unblinking warlord. But the return on this bet was extremely small. When he made riskier bets on other names, it looks like he typically lost. You see the most recent page that was written on, tucked inside there, almost like where a bookmark would be, is a paper flyer for something titled The Chasm. And the front of the flyer is an image, and it looks like the cross section of a large rift in the dirt. Almost looking like how you would look at it like a child's anthill, but instead of ants, there are silhouettes of different beings fighting in different portions of this chasm with magic and weaponry. And then superimposed in front of this backdrop, there are two people fighting. One's a generic soldier wearing a helmet and holding a sword and shield. It was just a terrified, cartoony look on his face. And the other is this massive centaur woman with long blonde hair and an eye patch just reared back on her hind legs. You see she has this cartoonishly crazed look on her face, laughing with a wide grin and sharpened teeth. And she's swinging a long axe right into this soldier's chest.
Huh.
I think this is a betting ledger. Does this mean anything to you guys? And I lift up the flyer.
I'll go take a look at it.
Everyone who's trying to recall, roll me wisdom.
Oh, I'm not very wise right now. I got an 8.
11.
Oh, 17.
3.
Jack, kind of sounds familiar to you. Like something you would have heard in a dream. You don't remember hearing it, but it's there in the back of your mind. You don't know what it is, where it is, but you've heard someone say this before.
Deja vu-y.
I think I know what that is, but I don't think I know what that is. And so I'm just gonna let it pass and go back to tending the fire.
I'll turn to Poppy. Do you mind if I take a look at that ledger?
Go right ahead.
I'm going to sit by the fire and start thumbing through it. See if there's any names that pop up. Like if I can find Thorn's name in there, and if there's any names that consistently pop up with him, next to him, just above or just underneath.
The ledger itself, as you're reading through it, it looks like all of Thorn's transactions. It does not look like he is keeping track of other people. So you would assume that he's the one betting. You see a couple of pages worth where there are bets, and then there's 6 to 8 months gap before the next set of bets, which are all within a day or two. And then another few months. Along with that, I'll say you do see that some of the other people that he has bet on that he has lost are names of other fighters. And you realize that they are in two camps. There is the unblinking warlord, which he continually keeps winning. That sounds dangerous and scary. He keeps trying to bet on someone named the Unchained Beast and keeps losing. But then there's a couple of others that you find really weird. There's Baron Von Snuggles.
Hell yeah.
And there's Sir Spams a lot.
Interesting.
Those are the people they're betting on?
Yeah, it seems like it.
And they lose.
Typically.
So he seems to have his favorites, even if some of his favorites keep losing.
Jackal, roll me a wisdom again, please.
14.
You remember, again, this other sense of deja vu of someone saying Baron Von Snuggles. You almost instinctively grin at it, but you remember them being super angry.
I'm not sure what we're really learning about Thorn, but what I think is obvious is every 6 months or so, he was regularly going to this place to make bets on fights at this arena. If we're looking for more answers as to who he was and what he might have been up to, then that's the only place that we can maybe take a look at. Aside from that, I don't really know what else we're getting from this except for a nice chunk of gold.
Do we want to make this our bank? And she holds up the lockbox.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah?
Who's going to be in charge of the bank? And I look at Bjorg.
I'll take it. I'm still just hammering this one last spoke into the opposite side, and I finally take that silver lining, magically take it across from point to point, so the alarm's all set.
I'm gonna keep 50 gold because I might need it for a spell one day. But I could put 26 in.
Oh, I'm not putting any of my money in this.
Oh.
This can be our communal pool, but my money is my money. It can be 600 gold to sit on a rainy day. Well, sit on another rainy day.
Someone didn't learn how to share as a kid, huh?
I am recommending we share 600 gold for whatever we deem fit. Democracy rules. If we need new shiny armor for Santos, we all have to agree on what the gold is spent on. Either necessities, upgrades, improvements, or ways to keep us safe. This 600 gold can do just that. Your money is your money. Do with it as you please. Buy a new fucking outfit. I don't care. This should go to keeping us alive.
We should all have something on hand, too, separate from this. Tevin, I don't think you have any. But you're going to need this out here, maybe. And I don't even know if you know how to count this stuff.
I believe I would not know how to utilize these in the correct way. It might be best if you hold on to them for me, and you can maybe teach me one day.
Well, I'm going to teach you something really quick, okay? I'm going to walk over to you, and I grab your hand, and I'm going to put 5 gold from what I already have, put it in your hand. Just for today's lesson, know that you should hold on to this, and if ever the time comes, if you're alone and you need a place to stay, you need any kind of shelter, you can use this for that. Doesn't seem like you need to eat, but I find that to be odd, and I doubt that a little bit, but you should have a little bit of something on you.
You think it is best for me? I will keep these.
Jack, you got gold on you? Or did you give yours to me?
I've got a sunny day fund. Just a little bit to make sure I'm set.
All right, I'm going to hand you some money. You gave me some to watch out for, if I remember that right, so some of this is yours anyway. I'll lean in and I'll whisper in your ear, you can tell me how much you got. Just so I know how much to give you.
I'm good. I got like 25-ish.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Most of my money was stolen, but I still have like a decent little chunk.
Well, you got more than me.
See what I mean? Everyone keep your own little pool in case we get separated. Like you said, Santos, if we need to get a room, something, anything. If we find ourselves alone, we need to be able to cover ourselves. If we find ourselves together, communal pool.
I think there's some things that we should probably talk about as a group, i.e. wherever Poppy and Lenore are from, if there's anything left over from today's events, etc., etc. But we also had a long freaking day. Do we want to just go to sleep now and we can talk about it on our way to elsewhere tomorrow?
I've got nothing left to do past the night if we want to chat. Surprisingly not as tired as I thought I would be after that cot ride.
I usually need to wind down a little bit before I'm ready to fall asleep, so maybe taking a look at the map and where other pieces of the orbital fell might give us an idea of what to do from here.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Wait, if we look at the map, Santos, where's your family?
Oh yes, do you know the city?
Well, it's more like a town. It was a small settlement. I was really young, and I'm having trouble with my memories just as much as everybody else, but I remember a part of my childhood very clearly, and it was really pretty peaceful. I didn't know anything about the residents. Whatever it was that my family did to keep that away from harming us, I don't know what they did, but I don't remember anything like what we would see in Twin Rivers.
Did anyone in your village have magic?
I think so. I think I remember my parents having some kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really, there's just such a huge gap. And I don't know if what I'm remembering is what I want to remember or if what I'm remembering is actually like the way 4-year-old, 5-year-old me saw what was happening. But I think they must have.
Were your parents orange and with horns and wings?
No, actually. Didn't really think much of it. Until right now. It just seemed like no big deal.
Was anyone in your town? Like you and Bjork?
You were adopted?
Or me? Or Tevin? Or Jackal? Or Poppy?
No, everyone that I remember looked pretty human.
Interesting.
I just always thought that I came out the way I look because it was just some recessive trait, but no one ever seemed to make a big deal about it.
No one should.
Yeah.
I'm not really a usual mix either. I mean, look at me. And she puts her drying hair, which is pretty straight, behind her elf ear.
Who was the larger parent? Out of curiosity.
My mom.
Oh, now that's a mix.
I just saw where your brain went, Bjorg, and that was such an easy
Gross.
read.
I'm glad someone else had the thought. I just had to ask.
I didn't have the thought. I had your thought.
Okay, see, we're on the same wavelength.
No,
This
no,
tiefling
no.
energy.
You pulled me into your wavelength. I wasn't on that wavelength.
Okay. That's
Stop
not
talking
even.
about my parents.
Wait, so Pops or someone else?
It's complicated.
Hold on, wait. You're from that other place. Are you saying that your mom was bigger at that other place, or did you have a mom here too?
I had a mom here too, and at the other place.
How does that work?
Whoa.
Imagine one day it's like, yo, someone put your brain in a new body.
How long ago was that? Did you pop in like me, like fully grown? Or did you pop in as a baby?
I guess I suppose I popped out a fully grown person, but I also am this person, and I know everything about this person. And Poppy gestures to herself. But there was a moment where this person became me, but also I don't know if this person is just me in a different world, and I just became them at this moment. It's kind of, I don't really, and she starts scratching her head.
I imagine you got a wall of just like, faces, like everyone is just confused.
Yeah. I'm not really sure how any of this really worked, but it's clear that you became conscious as you one day, Lenore. And I guess I suppose as well, but also I have all the pieces of me that makes me here in this world, but also what makes me back home.
So you have memories from childhood here and childhood on Earth.
Tevin perks up.
Yes.
That's
Whoa.
crazy. So you remember like being 7 in Icaria and like running around your spooky farm, but then also being 7 and running around wherever the hell else you were from.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Wait, where are you from on Earth?
She starts getting really uncomfortable.
What? Just what city? Come on.
I'm from Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. I've never been.
That's a weird city name.
Is this where you found these parents of yours?
Well, I guess in some way I've had 2 sets of parents, but you're never gonna probably meet the other, like, body flesh of me. This is a lot harder to talk about than I thought it would be.
Did you receive these memories from meeting your parents?
No, I've just had these memories. There have been times here where I've gotten visions of my life back home, but it's all parts of me that I can't remember otherwise. It's like I told you guys, it's why I didn't need the drugs to help me remember anything. Just do it with a little bit of focus.
It seems a little unfair that you have 2 sets of memories and Tevin doesn't even have 1.
Well, I didn't get to choose, buddy.
You had me thinking now. Who was I before Jackal, before I lost my memory, I was still Lenore. That was my name, right?
Yes.
And did I act the same? I was like same personality and stuff?
I think some things were different.
What was different?
Just, mannerisms. Still just as spontaneous, probably.
Was it like you were talking to a different person?
Or maybe like if it was you, but you hit your head real bad.
I didn't think I took over a body. I thought I just poofed here. But now I'm scared. Who was I before I poofed here?
Lenore killed someone.
What?
The old Lenore is murdered and gone forever.
Hey.
Anyone?
Took over the body and
Wait,
left
wait,
it
wait,
to
wait.
dust.
Hold on.
I flick my wet hair at Bjorn.
Maybe she's just like Poppy, and those memories are just hidden away somewhere.
Like I have a whole fairy life here? Or on that party place with the centaur? There was a centaur in my vision. There's a centaur on that poster.
Lenore, what was the last thing that you can remember on Earth?
Drowning.
Like in the ocean?
In the river, yeah.
In a river?
Yeah, in New York.
What were you wearing?
This?
It was a Halloween?
There was like a play. My students were having a play, and I was at the cast party in costume. And then after, so I was dressed up as a fairy, but the wings weren't real.
Are there people like us where you/we are from?
No.
No, they're all human.
So Santos can't be from there, neither can I.
Well, we have these rings. If we're dying to get more memories back, isn't this supposed to provide something like that?
Is that what they're for?
That's what they said they were for.
I figured they were for tracking us.
Yeah, they might be that. Well, I am tired, and I too don't fully trust these rings. But I want to get a good night's sleep. I want to see if we're gonna maybe tomorrow head out to one of these crash sites, try these rings on. But I want to make sure that I'm rested up for whatever lies ahead.
Would there not be a safer place to use the rings other than here and now?
We are secluded and surrounded by one another.
We are.
It's like a weird drug trip again. We're all each other's accountability buddies.
Okay, I'll take out the box and I'll open it.
I will reach over into the box and just yoink mine out.
I'll pass one out to everybody.
Poppy shows Tevin how to put a ring on.
I can test it for you if you would like.
Well, hold on.
What if you put on all of them?
I am more than
Terrifying.
I thought that too.
We,
Now, if you are all ready, I will be partaking in the ring now.
Go ahead. I don't know how it works.
You put it on and you quickly realize that it is way too big for you. But as it is on, you feel it slowly start to constrict around your finger until it feels like it's a good size for you.
It is on. Now, how do we activate it?
Hell if I know.
Maybe it's just something occurs when we sleep for the night.
that might be it.
Maybe we all just pop them on before bed and...
Maybe it's a dream thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'll put one on.
I don't sleep, so I'll be watching you guys.
Poppy, if you do not mind, I will be more than happy to hold on to yours for you.
Or Tevin. She hands it over to him.
All right, well, who knows what's gonna happen with this, but I'm just gonna hope the rain goes away and we can figure something out tomorrow.
I would love a day of travel without getting wet, so who knows?
I'm gonna start to find a spot around the fire, get as comfortable as possible.
If there's a rock that's a little bit like a boulder or anything that's a little bit higher than everybody else, I will just go into sentry mode up there to kind of keep a good overwatch of everybody.
I prefer Marvel Rivals.
Kevin is in his sentry mode and Poppy is meditating. You'll find your comfortable spaces. Very nice white noise of the rain as well as the fire in here. It's gotten pretty warm. Jack did a great job. And you're all able to fall asleep. Bjorg, what you dream about?
my car, pushing it down the street one last time, selling to my random usuals who would wander down the streets, and they're all elderly, and Bjorg knew it and would upsell them like crazy. And then finding his little tavern at the end of the night and hunkering down, counting his money, and figuring out what rings to make for the next day.
While you're doing so, there is an elderly woman who you're speaking with, has a little bit of a hunched back. Hello there. Can you show me how to use this?
What exactly?
She's holding up a ring that you were just trying to sell her.
Oh, now dear, of course. All you do... And he reaches his hand out so she could place it in his palm, upright.
Yes.
No, your hand, dear, your hand.
And she does so.
He takes one. Oh, you have the daintiest little fingers, don't you? And he slips on the ring on her middle finger.
She's looking at it and she's beaming, and you can see she gets gold out and goes to start paying you. And she does the same thing, kind of reaches for your hand.
Oh, appreciated. It'll be 5 today. 5 gold pieces. But that's a steal for how wonderful you look. Reaches his hand out.
As you do, the gold goes in your hand, but she grabs your hand. Oh, look at this. You can feel her grab the pinky ring you're currently wearing and twisting it. Heaven, as you are watching over, you see that Bjorg is laying down. His arm is completely raised upward, the one that has the ring on his pinky. And there is a humanoid woman stepping out of what looks to be a doorway in space. And she is twisting the ring on his finger.
I immediately am going to come out of sentry mode and pull my gun out and aim it at it.
She pulls her leg fully inward. You see, she's just bent over Bjorg, and she kicks his head just a little bit to wake him up.
Oh, what the fuck? Santos, please. What the...
Bjorg, please stand back.
I'm laying down, Tevin, and there's a woman over me.
You see this creature standing over you. She's bending completely at the waist, looking down at you. A ratty nest of graying hair, her head falling into your face as she cocks her head, and she's got her hands around your ring. She goes, hello.
I quickly reach into the suit jacket pocket, pull out Tough Luck, and I shoot the alarm spoke at the opening of the mouth of the cave to trigger the alarm spell to go off, as I set it as an audible alarm for everyone to hear, and it's the wake the fuck up, wake the fuck up.
It is that plus the gunshot. It is very loud. It echoes through this cave. You all see that there is this woman. She's humanoid in shape. Her hair is unkempt, thin and gray and knotted in clumps, like it has been cut by like a dull knife. She's got an extremely hunched back, and she wears a ratty old cloak over top a robe, and both of them are quite torn up. She's got markings on her face and arms in like red paint. She's got this really big nose and a toothy grin of rotting teeth. You see she has a walking cane in her left hand made of wood, and it curls into a spiral at the top, like how a shepherd's crook would. But at the top of the spiral are 2 candles placed on top that are currently lit, giving a little bit more of a glow. And she pulls her other leg through the portal that is here. She continues looking down, just has her hands still touching that ring. You're back!
Somebody get her off me, please!
Bjorg, do you know her?
Not a clue!
Please, ma'am, can you leave?
Looks over to you, again, cocks her head and drops Bjorg's hand. She shuffles over towards you. As she does, she's moving, she's leading with her face as she walks over to you, Tevin, and then she's looking at the rings on your hand.
I do not want to hurt you. Please,
Why would you do that?
you are not welcomed here? We did not invite you.
She turns around, completely ignoring you, Tevin, goes right back over to Bjorg, who I'm assuming at least has sat up at this point. Odd dreams again?
Were you the footstep last time?
The who?
I pulled Tough Luck over, pointed at her.
She flicks the top of the barrel, but allows you to keep pushing it, pointing it towards her.
It is very shaky at this point. It's a weird confrontation.
Who are you?
A whisperer of dreams and the like.
Do you have a name?
And where did you come from? How did you do that?
Here. And she points to where the portal was.
Yes, but how? You could just spawn from nothing. How long have you been watching us, or our dreams?
Not watching, whispering.
So you gave me the dreams, bitch.
No, cannot control dreams.
Do you give dreams?
Whisper. Do them. Much to learn from a dream.
I'm gonna shoot. I swear to God, someone do something.
What's your name? You don't have a name.
Not in many years.
I'm going to start to stand up. I will slowly draw my glaive, but I'm not in a threatening stance or anything. So one arm stretched out towards her. Listen, we don't know who you are, and we seem to be familiar to you. You're some sort of, I don't know, some sort of connection. You're a whisperer of dreams. Are you what cause us to dream? Speak plainly and let us know what's going on. You've infiltrated the place that we're seeking rest.
Give us the rundown, something, before bad things happen. I don't want to shoot you if you're trying to help us.
She moves over and she points at your ring, Bjorg. Rock.
Oh, well, yes, that's what most rings are made of.
Rock.
Do you want it?
She tries to straighten out her back, and you see she stands quite a bit taller, takes her one arm, and she digs unceremoniously up her long, baggy sleeves, pulls out a stone, and shows it to you. Rock.
I take 2 fingers slowly and touch the rock.
Dream rock. And Bjorg, as you touch it, it looks and feels exactly as the rings do.
Would I know, given any previous jewelry I've made, have I ever seen a rock like this?
You have not.
This is fucking peculiar. This is new to me. This could be new to Ikaria. I've never seen anything like this rock.
Where'd you get that rock, lady?
Yeah, it wasn't that a piece of Ilos? Isn't that what these are made of?
Right. The rings are made of pieces of Ilos.
Are you from the moon?
No.
Bummer.
Do you know where you got that piece of rock? Is there a crash site near here?
Near, no.
So a walkable distance?
Day or two.
Are you indeed a threat to us all?
I don't believe so.
Great, I'm going back to sleep.
Where are you trying to go?
Searching for dreams.
I believe we all are as well.
Dreams are special.
I'm going to put my gun away. Can you teach us
To dream?
to find the dreams?
Follow. Might find what you're looking for.
But are you all ready? Let's go.
No. Follow dreams.
Well, you kind of interrupted that.
Dreams showed me here. Just as they showed me this. Holds up her rock. You can't learn from dreams if it's too loud. Dreams whisper.
Do you know about Twin Rivers?
I didn't know rivers could have twins. Or triplets.
Oh.
Well, I need to go finish my rest. I don't know what you all plan to do with our new friend, but
I'll be going.
Can you please stay and teach us more how to whisper?
She holds up the rock.
I lobbed Tevin the other dream rock. Apparently it's this. I don't know.
You can't keep that.
Well, then why the fuck did you let me take it from you?
I was showing you. My dream rock. Dreams led me here. Just like last time.
Last time? You seen her before?
Not her, but a footprint.
Oh.
okay.
Last time you woke us up?
Yes. When we made shelter before heading back to the cart, I awoke. I don't know to what, but I remember there being a footstep next to my head.
Bad dream.
I'll say. Bad wakening.
That was close to Dream Rock.
Ilos.
That was near a crash site.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the ring off my pinky. Tevin, here's a third. And I'll throw him my pinky rock.
Immediately puts it on.
I would love to sleep.
I'm going to lay back down and try to finish my rest.
Goodbye.
Oh,
moves quickly back over to Tevin to grab the rock.
Goodbye.
Follow dreams. She goes towards a wall of this cave. All of a sudden, you see that similar portal open up, and she pushes the dream rock first and then goes through, closes behind her.
What the fuck was that?
That was crazy. But she was chill.
Surprisingly, for someone who can come out of nowhere and invade our dreams, she can do a lot of bad with that.
Wait, did you dream about her?
Yes!
And she entered reality.
Right from nowhere.
What woke you up?
She interacted with me. Touched my finger. Bjorg is like rolled over, curled up, eyes are closed, but still continuing conversation. He's ornery, someone woke him up. If we need to be... She said Dream Rock. Dream Rock is Ilos. Ilos is Moon. We find a crash site. We camp next to the crash site. We camp with pieces of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how we get our next memory.
Is that where we are on our way to?
We can be. So go back to bed, and if you have any funny dreams, try to remember them, I guess.
Worry not. I will watch over.
Your alarm didn't really help.
Nope. I did not expect someone to come out of thin air, Lenore.
Okay, well, good night.
Please all rest easy. I will watch over you all.
Thank you, Tevin.
Thank you, Tevin.
You all find your places. Those of you who needed to complete your long rests, you may. And for today, that's a wrap.
Honk shoe me.
Patreon.com/castparty. Behind the scenes, we're going to talk about all the good things that happened this episode, and there's so much more over there. So go ahead and check that out, and we will see you in 2 weeks, and we will figure out where we're going to go. Bye-bye.
Darn it.
Bye. Rock, dream, rock. Dream you must try a new guy. Dream of Anne with fish in hand. By the water, plop, plop. Oh, never stop, bass drop. Don't stop dragons, for they love their flagons. Don't give them flack. Save that for havoc hop sack. Oh, rock, dream rock. Dub word, shrub, bird, covered in curd. Oh, dreams, they're absurd. Their Saint E-Love loves to push and shove. But don't push Eric 5, he's a bee in a hive. Can juggle a knife, but he's still alive. Even in bad weather, dancing together with Heather, but don't call her a freak. Now that's Isuik. Rock, dream, rock. Jesky fire, a liar? No, a crier. Shouting the resonance will clone us. No, that's just Jonas. There'll be no delay. Shout hooray! It's the sound of Judgment Day. No, not a sound, a melody. Must be from that tree, is that Kaylee? Rock, dream rock. What's this drink? Coke? No, Pepsi. Bubbles so zesty. Give it to someone? Lexi? Not Opti, she hops free. Drinks far too much coffee. Maybe Ryan, no, he'd be denying. Not Bubba, he chews on rubber. Winkle? It is sweet like a sprinkle. Shall I just pour it onto the rock? The rock, dream rock.